Hello ghouls and welcome back to Medieval Morticia. Today's video is going to be a bit of a catch-up, bit of an update on all things Medieval Morticia. So if you're into that, please stick with me. If not, cool, I'll see you in the next video. So, as you guys are probably aware, I've not been on YouTube for quite a few months. I've done the typical thing of I'm going to do a certain amount of videos every month. I'm going to keep up to date, I'm going to do this, and this, and be really organised, and I have failed in pretty much all of those aspects. I've made videos, I just haven't bothered to edit them or upload them. There was a case where one of my horror blocks I filmed, it was really great. I went back a few weeks later to go and edit it and actually put it up, and it's completely gone off my computer. I can't find it anywhere. I tried to retrieve my trash on my Mac and to no avail. It's been pretty annoying because I like to keep things not up to date clearly, but I like to be able to post things as and when I get them, and I haven't done that at all, and I've fallen so very behind. And losing that horror block's really annoyed me. I thought maybe I might refilm it so that I can slot it in where it's been missed. Maybe I'll do that, maybe I won't, I'm not sure. But I do currently have 2 horror blocks that I still need to open, and I've got so many videos that I need to upload, so I hopefully will be rolling those out in a decent-ish amount of time. But then again, this is me, so that might not happen. Now for the chatty update part of the video, which is not rehearsed. I haven't written anything down and I am not prepared, so this probably will go great. It'll go great. The first thing that's new about me that you guys may or may not care about, probably not care about, is the fact that I am now wearing gegs pretty much permanently. Gegs means glasses, if you guys didn't see the point. Anyway, I used to only have to wear glasses for reading and watching TV and playing games, stuff like that. Now my eyes have deteriorated so much, I have to pretty much wear them all the time. If I don't, yeah, big ass blur right there. Great. So I have a pretty big update, life update, and that is, as you can tell by the surroundings of this room, this is not my bedroom. This is incredibly white and clean and tidy, hence it's not my room. I have moved in with my boyfriend. We've been together nearly 7 months, so it seems pretty quick, but it happened in a very easy kind of way. I was around here so much, it just made sense for me to move in, so I did. I've still yet to bring all of my crap around to this house, which is going to be interesting because I'm not quite sure where I'm going to put everything. And also Paul is incredibly clean and tidy, like OCD clean and tidy, and I am the complete opposite. I'm just throwing things everywhere, I'm just messy, I'm so messy. I try my hardest to not be messy, but inevitably it will return to chaos. Sorry about that. So I've yet to bring in like my skulls and all my knickknacks and stuff like that. We'll see what happens in that regard, but I've already injected some of my love the black, love the skulls, macabre, gothic stuff. Slowly but surely I'm introducing bits and bobs into this house, which he may or may not have noticed. He's probably noticed. But still, I'm putting things in there. And it's, yeah, we'll get there. I'll get all my stuff in. In terms of my job, I'm still working where I was working before. If you don't know that, then you don't know that. But I'm basically a guest experience supervisor. I recently got to go to Florence, Italy with Paul and my family. We went to go and watch a gig, and that gig was, of course, Revolution Radio, aka Green Day. It was one of the best gigs that I have ever been to. So good. They are brilliant performers. The music, obviously, is amazing. It was brilliant, and it was always nice to go to a different country and go to a gig. I don't know if you guys have done that before, but it's really cool. The other one that I did prior to this one was I went to Paris, and I went to see Lady Gaga, and that was amazing. But this one tops it all. It's the best gig that I've ever been to. Green Day, yes. Florence, Italy, yes. So good. And the architecture and the history and the culture of that place, I fell in love with it. I wasn't sure what to expect. I didn't know if I would like it or not. I've been to Rome before and other little places on a smaller trip. And it was quite a while ago. It was when I was younger. I didn't really appreciate it as much. I don't know if you guys have ever gone on holiday when you've been younger and you haven't appreciated it, and it's just like, I wish I could go back there and experience it again as I am now, because I know that I would enjoy it and appreciate it so much more. So, going to Florence, Italy, I wasn't 100% sure what to to expect, I guess, but it was everything that I wanted it to be. It was beautiful, and we also got to go to Pisa as well. That was really interesting, not actually what I was expecting it to be again. Like, I've seen images of the Leaning Tower of Pisa before, but I wasn't even aware that there were other buildings in that very quick succession of each other, and I don't know, it was just very weird. It was very touristy, extremely touristy. It was nice to experience it and to visit, but it wasn't quite what I was expecting from that place, so that was a bit different. Then we spent a day afterwards just in London. That was amazing. We got to go to Ripley's, which I've always wanted to go to, and it was really interesting as well. It wasn't what I was expecting, and I like going to places and maybe not knowing too much about it, or just not having too much of an expectation, and then going there and be like, oh, this is really cool, this is exciting, it's not boring, it's not a waste of money. It was fun. It was definitely fun. I don't know, there was a lot to see, bits and bobs to do, which was cool. I liked that. We also went to the Bank of London because my sister really wanted to go there, because there's a massive big gold bar that you can, well, like, it's so heavily encased in, like, security stuff, but you can put your hand into it and you can hold it or try and lift it, which I could not do. It's really cool. I was quite surprised by that as well. That was a really fun experience, and I think it's free. I don't think we paid anything to go into that, which again is really cool. You can probably donate money or whatever, but I was, very surprised by that. I enjoyed that a lot. In terms of my anxiety, which I have talked about before in another video, you can find that pretty easily in my playlist, I'm sure, if you wanted to learn a little bit more about that. In terms of that, recently, there's been a period of time where it's subsided. I know that it's there, but it's not. I've not had as many bouts of panic attacks and things like that. It's been great. It's been really wonderful, and I feel like it's the reason that that's occurred. I attribute towards a slight change, not a change in lifestyle, but a slight change in my attitude, my behaviour, who I associate with, who I don't associate with. And I feel like that's really positively impacted me as a person, and it's really positively impacted my life as a result of that. It sounds like a cliche thing, but I cut out people in my life that I felt didn't complement what I was trying to achieve. They didn't add anything to my life or to the experience as a whole. They were detractors. They took things away without ever giving anything back, which, people always say you shouldn't be expecting things back from people, and I 100% agree. But there's always got to be an element of give or take, and when somebody's always taking from you, it's quite draining. And it's pointless, really, to sit here and be like, I'm just going to let this person continually take from me, and I'm going to continue to give back to them, and they're going to impact they're going to impact negatively on my life, and I'm just going to let them do it. I decided that I didn't want to do that anymore. I've had years of this situation, and I thought, you know what, I don't need it. It doesn't serve me, and that's a question that I always like to put to myself. Does this serve me? If it doesn't, and it's impacting your life negatively, it's making you feel bad, it's causing problems, it's putting you in situations that you don't want to be in, remove yourself from it, or remove them from your life. It sounds ridiculously easy and simple and maybe oversimplified, but once you do it, I can guarantee you that things will start to change for you, and I feel like that's happened to me. So I cut people out of my life that I felt were no longer beneficial and were really a detriment to the way that I was living my life, or the way that I wanted to live my life. So I got rid of that, and as soon as that happened, a lot of good and a lot of light flooded straight back in. It replaced all that bad. I got a promotion in my job. I met somebody and I fell in love with that person. I'm now living with them. Generally, I feel happier in myself, and I feel like I'm better able to cope with situations that I thought they couldn't cope with before. It's like a big weight's just been lifted. It's nothing's perfect, obviously. It's difficult to find perfection, but it's really aided in pushing myself forward, which is what I want to do. I don't want to go backwards. I don't really want to stay in the same place. I want to be moving forwards. I want to be achieving things. I want to feel better about myself. I would like to have a nice all-round experience which who wouldn't want to do? So I feel like that's really benefited me as a person. In terms of my anxiety, once those individuals were removed, and once I was out of those kind of situations that I didn't want to be in, etc., it was alleviated somewhat, because I wasn't in situations that was causing me stress, or causing me anxiety, causing me to be down. It was amazing. It's not like it's gone forever, but that part which was really affecting me, don't need to think about it. And in terms of social media, it can be a wonderful, great tool. The internet is amazing if used correctly. If it's not, it's just like, no, stop, calm down. I removed those people that were negatively impacting me, that I just I don't need to see their life story popping up. I don't need to see them trying to affect me in a negative way. I don't need to see the snide comments. I don't need to see any of that stuff. All you have to do is just block them, delete them, remove them, literally cut them physically out of your life, but also, in terms of the internet, cut them out that way as well. That way you don't have to see things popping up that you don't want to see, or you don't have to interact with them through the internet, which sometimes for some people, including me, can be an anxious experience, because even if I'm not face to face with that person, if I'm not getting on with them, if there's some kind of animosity, there's some kind of issue, it still affects me even if it's through a screen. And it's like, I don't need that, I can cut that out. So I did that. It's wonderful. I don't have to think about any of that stuff if I don't want to. And I think that that's brilliant. So if you are in that kind of situation yourself, maybe try some of those things. They might work for you. They might not. Don't take anybody's word for gospel, but you never know. I just thought I'd throw that out there. Yeah, but back to the original thing that I was saying about my anxiety. Recently it has started to spike up a bit, which it happens now and again. I'm not going to say that it's gone away completely, because it hasn't. I'm trying all sorts of different methods that I've been trying for some years, and also trying some new things as well. It's part of the reason I wanted to get back into doing videos, because I would like to know that people are watching my video and maybe taking something from it, maybe enjoying it. That would be wonderful, but it's not a necessity for me. I actually just like talking at the camera, or just talking in general. It's very cathartic. So that's why I want to get back into doing it, because I really enjoy it for that. Well, I enjoy making them, and I also enjoy talking and venting. That's the word I'm looking for. I enjoy venting. There's something that I have started reading, which is quite amazing. If you guys are interested in this aspect of things, then I would suggest it for you. It's called We're All Mad Here, The No-Nonsense Guide to Living with Social Anxiety. It's written by Claire Easton. You guys might have heard of this book before. You might have it yourself. You might want to try it out. You might not have heard it before. My mum gave it to me maybe a few weeks ago, a month ago, and I kind of at first was like, the word mad makes me anxious in and of itself, because I don't want to be perceived as that. But then I was like, I'm going to give it a go. It's interesting, and it really is quite good. I'm only halfway through it at the moment. I've been dipping into it here, there, and everywhere, but it's a really great read, and I would suggest that if you were interested in this, or if you're suffering from something like this, that you would give this a go. She's got some really I can't describe it. When I was reading it, I was kind of laughing out loud, because I was like, this is exactly how I feel in this situation, or this is exactly what is happening to me. It's funny to know, it's funny and it's nice to know, and it's interesting to know that there are other people who think exactly the same as you. You kind of sit there and you think, oh God, I'm the only person that thinks like this. This is absolutely ridiculous. Nobody can relate to me. Why should they relate to me? Because my thoughts are just like, blah. But then you read something like this and you're like, oh my goodness me. There are people who think like me. They can relate to me. I can relate to them. And it's refreshing. And it's also interesting because she's got some wonderful coping methods. And she's got some wonderful advice. And all sorts of... Just go read it, basically. It's wonderful. I don't know. I kind of fell in love with the way that she thought and the way that she writes. And I was like, yeah, I really appreciate this. So yes, even though I'm only halfway through it, I'm enjoying it very much, and I would recommend it if you thought that maybe that would help you. I think that it probably would. So thank you to my mum for getting that for me. I've probably missed 1,000,001 things that I was supposed to include in this video, but that's what happens when you don't rehearse or plan anything. Not that that's a bad thing. Sometimes it can be very fun. Spontaneity is great. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Thank you very much for watching, and I'm hoping to bring more content back this year and I say this, but who knows, I want to be more consistent with making my videos. If you enjoyed this kind of video, which was very unrehearsed and unplanned, and just me chatting about stuff, if you enjoyed that, please do let me know in the comments below, because I would really like to know. I've enjoyed it, and I think I would like to do more of them, and I would like to know if you would like that too. Also, in terms of weird and wonderful things, if you've heard of anything, if you've seen anything, and you think that I should try it out, I should talk about it, any of the above or below or sideways, whatever, just let me know again in the comments below, because that would be cool. Thank you very much for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and share. Do all those cool things that you social or unsocial butterflies do. And I will see you next time. Later, ghouls.